So we're going ahead and just kind of closing distance on him at this point. I'm closing distance on his last known position, and we'll kind of just, you know, run him down until we get close enough we can hit him with a torpedo. Like, safely and accurately hit him with a torpedo. Because there was a merchant, actually it wasn't a merchant trawler, but there was a civilian fishing ship in the area a little bit ago. And I'd like to guarantee that we do not involve him. Wouldn't it be funny if the Russian invasion fleet just decided, hey, let's put everybody on this fishing trawler? Odds are they won't attack this fishing trawler, and the invasion's just a cover for like some Spatnaz commandos getting dropped off in Denmark or something. That'd be a really big ruse, but at the same time, I could see it. Alright, let's go ahead and get back up to PD. Slow down. Back up to
Make
PD.
brig ship for ultra quiet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Ship for quiet, see if we can acquire him on sonar. I doubt it, because we haven't had a good sonar contact on him in a while. And in the meantime, get back up to PD so we can stick our antennas and everything up and see if we can't just see him.
Con sonar regained contact on Master 6, bearing 095.
Okay. 17,000 yards. That's a possible torpedo shot, but I really would prefer it if we were closer.
Up scope.
Up all masts and antennae. At this point I feel quite safe in doing that.
Con, dive at 4, 5, 8, dive by.
Yeah, he's in torpedo range. It's gonna be a long shot, but within torpedo range, certainly. Alright, fire tube 1, bearing 096. Range to the naval, 28,000 yards. Fire 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Now, just in case that weapon doesn't actually have the range to catch him.
Lower the radar mast.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Let's go ahead and open up the engines and just chase our torpedo, shall we? I do this in destroyers and World of Warships all the time for pretty much the same reason. Above 17 knots. So now, in theory, the distance is starting to close, which is good, because I'll chase this guy all the way back to Russia if need be. But since he's an LST, my guess is that this is the ship that the game is designated as the target
Con
ship.
sonar lost contact. Master 6, last bearing 095. Contact faded.
Okay, let's go ahead and compare
Con,
this time.
fire control. We've lost the wire.
It's fine.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 25 knots.
Go ahead and get tube 1 reloaded.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Good, I like to hear that. It's always good news. Is our weapon enabled yet? No, let's go ahead and time accelerate till this thing enables. Let's see how close it actually is.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Let's deaccelerate the boat, stick our antennas up, and see how close our weapon got.
Raise the radar mast.
Con sonar regained contact on Master 6, bearing 096.
Damn, it may actually not.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Is it gonna snake search its way over to him? Yep. It has a positive contact. Oh. Nope, it ran out of fuel. Alright, so we need a close range.
Come left to 096 Helm I.
Lower the radar.
Make turns.
Con sonar, we are cavitating. Come right to 097 Helm I.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 25 knots.
Okay, so we needed a close distance. This is probably not the most exciting part, but you gotta run down an invasion transport, you gotta run down an invasion transport. This is one of the drawbacks of the Narwhal. She's not super duper quick. If you're in Los Angeles, then we could just get up to 33 knots, and this would be pretty much a no-brainer. But only 25 knots, we're not exactly quick. Granted, he's only 17 knots himself, so we will catch him. It's just a matter of when. Then he's running out of ocean, which is actually a consideration I'm going to take in.
Come left to 086 Helm I.
I mean, it's not like he can sail into, I think this is Norway. So. So right about where he was. Let's go ahead and D-time compress.
Back emergency, maneuvering I.
Con
Speed
sonar,
off this
no
one.
longer cavitating. Con sonar, regained contact on Master 6.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I. Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Come left to 079 Helm I.
Alright, we're getting closer.
Lower the radar mast.
Con sonar, we are cavitating. Con helm,
And back
steady
to the time
course.
compression we go. So we need to close that distance. Can we pick him up on active, I wonder?
Con maneuvering, making turns for
We kind of have him on
25
both
knots.
passive, so at this point we got this.
Come left to 079 Helm I.
We also have a solid contact, so yeah, no, we're not closing optimally.
Come right to 089
We
Helm
are
I.
faster than him, so we're good. As long as I can keep this number above 0, we'll maintain the contact. I think he's starting to have this realization he's running out of ocean too. Then I do not envy the men on that boat. Because they are a special type of screwed.
Come right to 097 Helm I.
At this point I see no reason to not just get this distance close enough that it's confirmed engage. Yeah, except for this is NATO territory, because this is in Norway, mind you.
Come right to 103
Then I don't
Helm
think they're
I.
going to make it all the way to the beach. Not with a single transport. Then we're going to hit them with a torpedo before they get to the beach. Yeah, that's very fair. That is very fair. Your odds of survival are much better. Admittedly, I'm sure whoever the political officer on that boat is probably not thrilled with that idea. Let's go ahead and D-time compress. Let's get this speed off this boat
Make
so we can
turns
take a
full.
Con
shot.
sonar, no longer cavitating.
We are definitely within easy shot range at this point. As soon as we get down under... Well, let's go ahead and
Back
up
emergency,
to get the
maneuvering
speed
aye.
off this boat.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
Up all antennae. Let's make sure we got a very solid contact. There was an echo behind us.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for
I'm
5
not gonna think about
knots.
Alright, so we got a very solid contact on this guy. Actually, it's not fire tube 1, it's on that other side, so let's go ahead and use tube 3. Alright. Bearing 133, range to enable 7.5 thousand yards, fire tube 3.
Shoot tube 3. Aye, sir.
Alright. Go, baby, go, baby, go. We're gonna go ahead and follow our torpedo in since I have 0 threat from enemy action at this point. Water's getting a little shallow.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Let's go ahead and detonate side. Active homing warheads. Oh boy. Anybody who can hear the hull at this point knows what's coming. The active homers are not quiet.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 6, last bearing 133. Contact
Yeah.
breaking up.
I think we hit him pretty good. Go ahead and confirm the kill. I think we got him. Alright, down all masts.
Lower the radar mast.
And set a course back out to sea.
Come left to 333. Helm aye.
Leave combat. So we killed a Kara, cannons, a Kashin, and the entire invasion fleet. We're down only 10 torpedoes remaining. All that pretty successful. And it was all at 11 o'clock at night. Mission update. Great job. Pleased to hear the expected invasion of Oslo, Norway has been repelled. Stand by for new orders. Yay! Norway stands. Oslo, Norway. A massive coordinated sea-based landing has been repelled. A NATO spokesman says a combination of hard fighting by defending troops and prior significant weakening of the invasion force by NATO naval units, i.e. us, contributed to averting disaster and defeat. Yay! Return immediately to Holy Loch, Scotland for repairs and rearming. Yay! I like repairs and rearming. And we don't need repairs. We could use some more torpedoes. Let's go via the Norwegian Sea though, because I think we might be able to catch a submarine or two out here on our way back in. What could go wrong? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, broken. Moderate breeze. No surface duct. Very weak thermal layer at 97 feet. All hands to your battle stations. Sonar contact at 1... And fortify with beer and scotch. Yes. Hang on. I'm throwing this into the chat so that we can remember it. 149er. Okay, so that's the initial bearing on a contact. All hands man your battle stations.
Con.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Instantly the contact faded, which makes sense since 49er is off that way. Let's go ahead and turn slightly in
Come
that
right to
direction.
110. Helm aye.
Alright, we've reacquired contact Sierra 1. Currently at 600 feet because we were at transiting depth. Got plenty of ocean to play in.
Con sonar new contact bearing 097.
Hi.
Designated Sierra 2.
That looks like civilian ship. Hey!
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as biologic.
Hi there, whale buddy. Sorry to disturb you, friend. We hopefully won't need to use you as a hat today. Looks like a November.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Seriously, hope that's a November.
Con, helm, steady course.
Against a narwhal, especially if this is a 1v1 situation, a November's almost a free kill to a narwhal. I mean, it's very dangerous to merchant shipping and, you know, to surface units, but to a fellow submarine, a November really isn't much of a threat. Although, if sonar is classifying this range correctly, we might be in trouble. We're going to do a TMA leg across the center. We're going to keep him going
Come
across
right
our
to
bow, though.
2, 3, 1.
So
Helm,
the reason why
aye.
we're doing this is we're then giving our sonar team another angle to view him from, so that they can figure out his course and speed faster, rather than both of us going in a straight line. Eventually, with a straight line, you can figure out course and speed, but it's much, much quicker if you have then two different angles or a curve of data from which you can triangulate. Now, of course, that's just the initial heading. In case we lose it. So, I'm really not liking this range. I mean, we're at ultra quiet, so he does not see us. He's at 8 knots, though, so he's moving quicker than we are. We do have a speed now. We're up to 43% solution. He just jumped out to 8.2 thousand yards, which is much better than 4.3 thousand yards. Solution got from 43 up to 44%. So I'm thinking that 8 might actually be accurate at this point. 4.45%. It's hard to say, but our solution is definitely firming up a little bit. Also, does he have any friends? We know there's a whale out here. I think it's a whale. I'm calling it a whale. Yeah, it looks like a whale. I had to look closer, but yeah, it definitely looks like a whale. So, a whale is fine. Whale is definitely fine. The November's a little less fine, although that distance is closing as the solution's improving. So I have a feeling that 8 knots might be sailing towards us. We're going to need to spend a little bit of time going this way so the tow ray can straighten out before we're really going to be able to, No, I almost sang that earlier, though. A whale of a tail. No. No, we're good. Although it seems like the biologics are having a pretty good year with the war going on. Given how many blue whales
Con,
we've run
helm,
into.
steady course.
Alright, so now we're at steady course. Now we just need to give it a minute or two for the sonar team. Finish classifying. He just accelerated up to 10 knots. Course of 8-7. So apparently he's sailing kind of away to us. He's heading east, which would make sense. He might be coming back in from harassing Atlantic convoys to resupply, or he might just be out on a patrol route. Might be the same whale stalking us. Yeah, it's entirely possible that we have a whale buddy who's just decided to take a liking to us.
Come left to 194. Helm, aye.
We're going to go ahead and maneuver into a better shooting position on this guy, because at this point, we have a 71% solution. He's sailing away from us, so the range is opening. He's sailing away from us rather quickly, so the range is opening nicely. Targeting solution's only getting more solid. I mean, yeah, it's up to 75% now. I'm pretty sure that sonar's got him, well, dead to rights, as it were. Now we're up to 77%. Okay. Yeah, I'm not even worrying about the whale, so I don't think the sonar team's really going to get very much better telemetry on him. But okay, we're up to 78% on the November. 79%. So now we're in his baffles. So even if he may have had us before, he no longer has us. So I'm very happy to sit here in his baffles and just improve targeting solution at this point. Because him opening the range is annoying, but it's not like game ending. Okay, at this point, let's go ahead and feed him a fish.
Steady
What's his
course.
depth? About the same as ours. Okay. Let's get this